What's going on? Born for Sports. Salute to Nick Nation. And before we begin, I got my guy T with me from the Hood Take, and he's ready to rock. We ready to rock tonight. Big win. But before we get started, I ask the newcomers, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, but most importantly, the subscribe button to Born for Sports. All right, Knicks versus Pacers, Eastern Conference Finals, Game 5. Everything was on the line for the Knicks. Backs against the wall. Everything had to be laid out. And on the happy birthday, shout out to Carmelo Anthony, as I see my guy T is rocking that Melo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely. And on Melo's birthday today, the Knicks get a big win tonight. A comfortable type of win tonight, as they never trailed in the game. Knicks beat the Pacers 111-94, trail the series 3-2 now, and now, ladies and gentlemen, the pressure's on Indiana. What's good, T?
So it's going to be a long fucking series, just like what Jalen Brunson said last year. Game 5. It's going to be a long fucking series.
Yep. And I'm excited.
Have a long series.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I can't wait. Pressure's on Indiana. I mean, well, go back. We played well from start to finish. To finish, he came out the gate swinging.
Yes, we did.
Our captain, all those ball hog labels that these casuals and guys that don't know basketball. Everybody with this label because it's the trending thing now, but you know what? So you have to be aggressive, and he set the tone. So you got to salute the captain, for coming out with that spark and setting the tone early. So lay the foundation for how the rest of the games are gonna play out.
No question about it, and I don't know why people are going there. Yes, there are times in the game where we want to feature Cat, and sometimes Brunson can be a little dominant with the ball, but he's Jalen fucking Brunson, y'all. Okay? He is a superstar.
Exactly.
In the playoffs, your best players have to have the ball. And you know what? I trust Jalen Brunson. Before we get started in this game, I trust Jalen Brunson to make the right plays and right decisions over any player right now in the league. Maybe not any player, but a top 3 easy right now. When he's got the ball in his hands, that's Captain Clutch, y'all. That's Captain Clutch. He knows what he's doing with that ball. Yes, when things are not working, of course, we break the autonomy of what's going on and why it's not working. And sometimes we do want Brunson to give Cat a little more looks, but it's not to the level that people are going crazy over. Of course, it's when we lose, that's when it's a problem. Right? But when we're winning, no one says a word. Name of the game, right?
Yeah, nobody's not going to say anything tonight at all.
Yeah.
All that, is Halliburton better than Brunson? And you're not going to hear that at all. Matter of fact, put it like this. I'll make a prediction. You're not going to hear that for the rest of the series because it's going 7 games. You're going to win in 7.
Yeah, of course.
So the narrative changes game after game. You get what I'm saying? You can hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good. You can
hear me?
Yes, sir. You're good.
Okay. So the narrative changes. Yeah, the narrative changed game after game. So like you said, like I said, it's a long series. So let's see what we can do. I have faith in this team.
Yeah, man. And that's the thing. Like, this is why after we lost Game 4 in Indiana, I was annoyed, of course, because you don't want to go down 3-1. But I felt like the Knicks still have a chance to win this series. The odds are not in their favor, but it's not impossible. And I told people that in the last show we did, that the Knicks still have a shot to win this series if they win Game 5. Because now, you're coming home, you're in your comfort zone and everything. The team is focused. They had to hear about those things, and I was counting on Tibbs to make a correction in what he needed to do. I like the fact that we had Brunson run more off ball, so he doesn't have to work as hard early in the shot clock to get the ball over over the timeline and set the offense up and stuff like that. I like that. I thought that was a smart move by Tibbs. Got to give him credit on that. I like that a lot. And I just felt like if we win this game tonight, if we win this game tonight, that pressure, like you said, to open is on Indiana now. Because now, and it wasn't like it was one of these nip and tuck games like it's been most of the series. And, back and forth lead changes, and they were right in the mix. They just missed a couple of shots and they just didn't get the job done. No. This was a start to finish, end to end, comfortable win type of, I shouldn't say comfortable, maybe the wrong choice of words, but the Knicks were never really threatened in this game like it's been. They didn't really have to work as hard, to win this game as they've had to in the first 4 games of the series, in my opinion, as far as the back and forth. They played exceptional defense tonight, and we're going to get into that. They played exceptional defense tonight, probably their best effort defensively of the playoffs tonight. You know what I mean? I guess you can rival, they had some good games defensively against Detroit and Boston, but this kind of a team that they're facing with the Pacers, their pace, how much they score a lot of points. The Knicks had a tremendous game tonight defensively, and I just feel like this was the kind of game they needed to get that confidence up, to get that swag back up, okay, as long as they stay healthy, and to put that freaking pressure on that pencil neck geek Halliburton and the rest of that team over there. Now they got to go home with all the heat. Like, hey, we better win this game because we do not want no parts of Game 7 at the Garden.
You don't. I'm telling you, they really don't want no parts of Game 7 at the Garden. You already know the Garden is going to be rocking. I mean, yes, rocking. Fans are going to be out in the street. Yeah. So you already know that. Fans are going to be out in the street, first of all, for Game 7. Fans are going to be inside the arena. I mean, this the whole city. So we win Game 7. Yo, they may need to call the National Guard.
Facts.
Because I can see people just going.
Facts.
And we didn't win the finals. We didn't win the finals yet. But fans are going to be going nuts. They're going to be going cuckoo.
No doubt about it. Let's check in with the chat. Yes, sir. Clip checking in. What's good? He checking in, my guy. And look who has just hit the line, and I'm going to bring him right in. Danny.
Yeah.
What's good, brother? How you feeling tonight? And I love that picture you got up. You see that picture?
T, what up, baby? George, what's going on, man?
What's going on, brother? Oh, man. I love it.
Peace.
I love the choice. I love the choice you go with, man. Oh, man. Yeah, put that baby up there.
Bro, it was beautiful tonight, bro. It was lovely, man. The defense that came off the bench, bro, they flustered Indiana. They flustered Indiana.
Oh, it was beautiful, man. Yeah. We're gonna break this shit down tonight, baby. Let's get the chat real fast.
Yeah.
Alexis Betcher, what's going on? Landry Shamit. Metal, yellow first, red, metal, yellow first, red, metal, yellow first, red, metal, yellow first, red. Hey, you got me spitting, Alexis. I love the energy, baby. Let's go. I love it. Original Captain Eric checking in. That was Knicks basketball tonight. You damn right it was, baby.
Damn right it was, yes.
That's what we needed, yo. Shout out to Eric joining the chat. Let's go. I love it. Sammy Bones checking in. Good win. They played confident. Yes, they did. They played very confident tonight. They came out with a purpose. They had the attitude of and led by the captain. By the captain. He came out, he hit like his first 4 shots and said, not tonight. We gonna take this home tonight. They're not having this on our court. I loved every minute of it. What you said, T?
I said he set the tone early.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. What you think about the way he set the tone? T?
Me? You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, just the way he came out being aggressive. He was just being aggressive. And like you said, he was playing off the ball as well. He didn't rush any shots. He didn't force any shots. You know, he was taking to the hole. He was just getting what he wanted. He was getting shots that he normally would make, and he was making them. So I'm just glad that he was being aggressive. He came out early.
Yeah.
You know,
he came out guns blazing.
By him setting
facts.
Yeah, and by him setting the tone early, you know, it was a domino effect for everybody else, and then everybody else started playing well. So
that's right.
Love it. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Love it. What do you think about that, Danny? How you feel about how he set that tone tonight, bro?
Oh, bro, it was like as soon as he came off guns blazing, I was like, this is gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game because he was going straight to the rim, shooting shots. Like, he was just basically taking over. He was like he was playing pissed off basketball. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, and I like.
Look. Yeah, he had. You could tell he had that look in his eye. Like, I'm not going home today. I'm not.
Yeah, he had that look tonight, bro, for sure. Yeah. And I love the adjustment. You know what? Let's get into it. Player of the game is Johnson. 32 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. Just he can't like you said, you know, the tone was set. Like T said, the tone was set when he came out. When he hit those first 4 short shots, I knew tonight was his night. He had that dog in him. He had that dog in him right away. He had that attitude like, listen, I hear the chatter. I see this pencil neck geek celebrating every minute. Even did the Brunson celebration in his little.
You saw that, right?
Yeah. I caught that yesterday. How he was doing. He did the Brunson celebration when he had his historic game tonight. But we're gonna get into how trash and shit he was tonight. But yeah, he had that look tonight. Brunson had a purpose, and as I mentioned early when I opened the show, I like the adjustment that Tibbs made, having him playing more off the ball. So to taking the heat away from Brunson having to work so hard for his shot to create, bringing it up the court with Naismith and Nemar and all these guys hounding him and getting into sets. And I think it came a little easy tonight for him. And shout out to Tibbs making that adjustment. We got to give him credit about that. As I say all the time, folks, on this channel, on this show, we talk about the good and bad. No matter, we don't have preferences. We bring out both ends of it. When it's warranted, we criticize, and when it's warranted, we praise. Tibbs has taken some criticism, rightfully so, in this series. The players have taken criticism, especially the players' end of it. Definitely so. Tonight, Tibbs made a good adjustment, and you got to give him credit for that.
Definitely did. He definitely got to give him his flowers today.
Yeah, it was a good one. Checking in on the chat. Cliff says, even though we keep digging our own graves, we leave ourselves with enough rope to climb out. Well, you know, tonight was. Listen, I look at like tonight, like it was. We weren't really challenged too hard on this game. This was a beginning to end, comfortable type of a playoff game win for the Knicks. They never trailed in this game, and they led by as much as like 21, 22 points. You know, a couple of times they were able to get the run down to 10, 12, but the Knicks kept answering back, and that was what you wanted to see. They had that fight and desire, like it's not going to be our night tonight. Even with the stupid fouls and, you know, there was some marginal contact fouls that were head scratches, of course. But there was some bad fouls and some bad turnovers at a couple of points of the game. They were able to shake it off tonight, and I like that.
And Josh Hart was playing like an animal today.
Yeah, I wasn't happy with his turnovers. I mean, that's 2 straight games.
That's true, though. Yeah.
He had a solid game statistically, but I'll say sometimes stats can fool you. You know what I'm saying? Like he has some, you know, he has some good key buckets, some and ones and stuff, but I just felt like too many turnovers.
Some of his passes were off.
It was a little too sloppy from him. I feel like he's just trying a little too hard now that he's coming off the bench to make an impact. And it's like, you know what I mean, T? Like, it's like he's trying to force things to make sure, okay, I'm coming off the bench now, so I got to really, really, really push an extra level to get these guys to play well while I'm on the court with them and stuff. So I got to do something extravagant every time I'm on the court. No, Josh, we love Josh as Josh. We don't need you to play more than what you are. Do what you do. That's all. That's all. And let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the only thing.
I mean,
what you said?
Yeah, I mean, he was a little bit too. I mean, Josh is Josh. You know, he's gonna push the. He's gonna push the pace.
Right.
And he pass the ball to the right person, to the right player. But at the same time, he just take it down just a little bit. Once he takes it down just a little bit,
don't be over aggressive.
We'll be fine. I can live with it.
Right, Danny. Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then how many? He had 10 rebounds. That's another thing.
Yeah.
This is why you can't really play too much to plus minus nonsense, that analytical stat. But
I don't be.
Just by looking at it,
I'm an eye test.
I guarantee you that he's probably. Yeah, exactly. So I'm just going by the eye test, and I think he played well, despite the turnover. He just needs to calm.
It's just a turnover.
He just needs to calm down.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all. Because they could run just like that. Because next week, look, they went on a 7-0 run.
Yeah.
We had like what, a 22 point lead, and they got it down to like what, 12, 10, 12?
Something like that.
Yeah, it was like a 12-10 point lead, and they were getting it at the free throw line. They were just chipping away with the free throws and the silly fouls, the turnovers leading to, just hard, like we said, just be you. You ain't gotta do too much, bro. No. We like you as you. You do be Josh Hart. That's it. But go ahead, T. Finish your point, brother.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. What do you think, Dan?
I'm good.
About Josh Hart?
I want to Josh. I mean, like you guys said, I like Josh. Just being. Sometimes I think when he's over aggressive, it's all right. It sometimes works out on our favor. It's like a hit or miss. A hit or miss.
Right.
Like sometimes over aggressive Josh is good. Sometimes it's not. But like you said, just slow down the pace, keep it at a steady level.
Right.
He'll be better with because like you said, over aggressive Josh he'll do those unnecessary passes that causes the turnovers.
Yeah, it's just not him. That's not him. He was not playing. He doesn't do that often like that. And he's done it games, and you could tell it's just him pressing. He's just trying to make such a big impact when he gets into the game that he's just a little out of control. With the jumping in the air and passing it without looking, like thinking their teammates gonna be there. Listen, when he was a starter, he was in sync with Brunson, so he knew the spots where he can do that to.
Mm-hmm.
He's with a second unit now, so you can't really be flying blind like that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be, just
you can't be fancy anymore. You can't be fancy anymore.
Yeah. Just be solid. Just be solid and lead. That's all. That's all we need from him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's an extra ball handler on the court, and he gets teammates involved. So it's gonna work out if he just calms down with that and just plays smart. That's all.
For sure.
Because his rebounding will always be an impact. His defense more times than not will be an impact, even though he's been getting cooked a little bit because he's had some mismatches that guarding Siakam. That's a low for him.
That's a huge mismatch.
I hate that we have to have him guard him in some points of the game, but they do a good job seeking out actions and getting those switches where they get their matchups they're looking for. And a lot of times Hart is left covering. Yeah, exactly. And then he's left guarding Siakam or a guy like that, and that's not where you want him to be in that situation. But Josh is always going to be tough. He's going to fight you. Just play your game, dude. Just be you. Don't do more than what you are capable of doing. We don't need
take a chill pill, Josh.
That's all. We'll be all right. Because that last game in Game 4, he was bad. So we don't, against this kind of a team, turnovers are huge. You cannot give these guys extra possessions because they want to run. Yeah, they want to run. They're a good offensive team, and you don't want that. So those are important. But I got my unsung hero of the game is Cat. 24 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists. Came into the game banged up.
Playing hurt, man. Playing hurt.
Yeah, playing hurt as he's really done all year. It's just the national media is now caught on to what's going on because they don't pay attention to the Knicks unless it's necessary. But us fans know he's been playing with knee stuff all season. you know, with a hand injury, fractured finger, whatever. He's gutted it out. He's played, you know, of course, he has the stupid fouls, the stupid unnecessary zesty fouls that he has no business doing. But but I'm just going to get the zesty out because I know, Danny, you popping in the bit.
You know it was coming.
I knew he was going to say it sooner or later, so I'm going to get it out today. But yeah, those unnecessary fouls that hurt the team that don't make no sense. He has a couple of those again.
Even Charles Barkley called him out on it when he was doing the interview.
Yeah,
the post-game interview.
Guys, but
Yeah,
he's like, why you do that? He's like, why do you do those silly fouls? He called him out. He told Charles.
Did he do that tonight?
They called him out.
Yeah.
Oh, he said that tonight?
Yeah.
See, I haven't seen
called him out
yet.
He called him out, but he's like, you know what? Cat told me, yeah, you're right. I need to do better. He took accountability, which is good.
Okay. All right. Now do it. Now do it, bro. Like, okay, Cat, yes. Be accountable by doing it. By not doing it no more. But yes. But yeah, well, good to see he did take accountability. He didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Like he didn't do that,
he wasn't duck. He said he owned up to it. He owned up to it.
Yeah, so good for that. But listen, he was a game changer as usual.
Definitely.
He has not been coverable. They don't have an answer for Cat in this series, and the Knicks need to just keep doing what they're doing with him. I can argue at times. I feel like we need to get him the ball more. You know what I mean? That's how much he be cooking. You know what I'm saying? Especially when Brunson's not on the floor. You know what I mean? Like
that's his time to shine. That's his time to shine. Yeah.
And you know what? I think, fellas, I think the damn channel is tapped tonight because as soon as he was just talking about that with Cat getting called out about it. Now, Bleacher Report notification pops up that Chuck rips Cat.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
We tap y'all. Y'all out there? But yeah, man.
They on to us, George.
They on to us, bro. Yo, T, watch what we say, bro. But yeah, man.
Tapping everything, man.
Yeah, nowadays you never know.
You know,
they out here. They got them goons, man. They got them federales, some spies, bro. But yeah, man. Listen. Besides those things, great game from Cat tonight. He was dominant. Awesome, they had no answers for this man. And again, and I keep saying this like a broken record, it seems like the only one that can stop Cat in these playoffs since the playoffs started is Cat. That's it. Cat
nobody got him on the races at all.
Cat and the referees, y'all. Cat and the referees. That's the only ones that can stop him because no one can seem to cover this man. They cannot guard this man. More times than not, they cannot
at all.
Yeah, so either it's him making silly fouls or it's the referees giving him marginal contact light calls and not giving him shit on the other end when he's getting hacked. It's a combination of that as the only entity that can stop Karl Anthony Towns. Bodega was informed tonight. I don't even think he made a three tonight. He didn't take many shots either.
He made one.
He did make one, right? Okay. Yeah. So he made one, but he didn't take a lot tonight.
No.
Most of it was him attacking the rim, going to the post. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. And shout out to Karl Anthony Towns tonight. Bodega Cat in full effect tonight.
Yeah.
10 of 20 from the field. And again, it feels like he could have had more shot attempts if they would have gave him the ball more. But he actually had more shot attempts than Brunson tonight. And Brunson, even though Brunson scored more points. So, yeah, at the end of the day, that's what you want. That's definitely what you want, man. So shout out to Cat. And before we hit the chat, I want to bring up a stat because with all the criticisms that Brunson has gotten, as T has pointed out to begin the show, for all the criticisms that Cat gets, okay, listen, and some of it is warranted because we know that they are not great defensive players and they have to be better on that end. But I'm going to read y'all a stat that's going to surprise the hell out of y'all, I bet. Brunson and Towns are the first teammates in the NBA to score 20-plus points in the first 5 conference final games since Kobe and Shaq in 2002. Who would have thought you would see a stat like that? That is something. The first teammate since Kobe and Shaq in a conference finals. Okay, these guys are all NBA caliber players. the refs need to respect our stars, man, and give them their proper treatment when they get hacked and getting hit and get to the free throw line. That's all I'm asking. This is what they're doing despite the inconsistencies of the refs. Okay? Hey, shout out to that. That is a big time stat.
Put some respect on our name. That's all.
Absolutely. Put some respect on it because they deserve it. You know, if I can see Siakam flopping around getting phantom foul calls sometimes, even though he does do a good job, don't get me wrong, of drawing contact, but there's times he's getting calls and I'm just like, what? And then he's going down the court, he's hacking the fuck out of one of our guys, and they don't get called shit. Do y'all remember that play with OG in the last game? He got smacked in the back of his head.
Yeah.
Siakam, and he didn't even get called for it. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on now.
And you see the other one when he stepped out of bounds? The out of bounds one. Did you see that one?
Stepped out of
bounds. Out of bounds.
Yeah.
The ref staring right there, looking at him, and he just and Shemar just walks out. I'm just like, I'm done with that shit. You know, unbelievable. But yeah, shout out to Brunson and Towns for putting them numbers up, man, because we need every bit of it, man.
It's a great stat right there.
Hell yeah. It's a cool stat. You know, something that I was very surprised to see. You know, it just goes to show you how hard it is to have teammates be that consistent in a playoff series like that. Oh, I'm going to bring somebody to the stage. All right, I'm going to bring somebody to the stage. What's good, my brother Al in the building? What's up, bro?
Let's go, baby. We did it. We did it.
Yeah. What's going on?
Yo, T was good.
Joining the show,
good, boy.
What's good, my guy? Ray, what's good? If that's Ray, I don't know.
No, that's Danny. That's my guy.
What's good, brother?
How you doing, sir?
Good.
Yes, sir.
I can't wait for Game 6 now, man.
This is the energy I like. What you think about this win tonight?
Yeah, I love it, man. From start to finish, they was on one. So, as Brunson said, this is a long motherfucking series. I hope everybody heard that shit, yo.
Yeah. Say that one more time, Al.
Some long motherfucking series. So Saturday, they better have everything and everybody going against the Knicks because these niggas is coming out, baby.
Yeah, right, baby. Let's get it.
Let's go.
I don't care what and I said it, and you know we all talk also off the air, and we said it. And I said it too. Listen, they just need to get it to Game 6, one game at a time. Are the odds in the Knicks' favor to come back in the series? No, of course. No odds are in someone's favor down 3-1. But it's not impossible. They could easily be up 3-1. They could easily have been up 3-2 right now. They could have been coming to this series, into this game tonight 2-2. They blew game 1, and that's why they're in this position. So it's not like we've been getting smacked around for 4 games. It's not like that. Every game has been a battle, okay? A battle, besides tonight. Okay, tonight, the Knicks had a good win tonight, and a win that they put together 4 quarters on both ends. And if they get this kind of a performance on Game 6 Saturday, we coming back to the Garden, y'all.
Oh yeah,
we coming back to the Garden, bro.
I feel like they are because honestly, I ain't gonna hold you. I need Tibbs to play Shaman more. I need Tibbs to play more.
I would ever say that, bro. I would never have thought I would ever.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Yo, his energy is different, yo. Like the niggas looking at the bench, like, yo, let's go, like, come on, like, yo, he's doing the play, and like,
he was amping the crowd up today too.
Hell yeah,
yeah. We need that, bro. We need that, and we definitely gonna need that in Indiana. So
a couple of threes, you know.
Yes, sir.
But
yes,
to
sir.
me, it was the defense. It was the defense.
Yes,
I was like, yo, this guy, he's playing some really good on-ball defense. He's fighting through the screens. I'm like, bro. I'm like, wait a minute. Why didn't I see this early in the season? When we signed them, my reaction, who? I mean, like, what are we doing? What are we doing signing this guy? And then I'm like, okay, he has shoulder surgery. He's out for a few months. He comes in, and he was so bad for so long.
This guy stinks.
He had me tight every time, bro. Every
that's
time. But now I take it back. Shout out to Shamit and the bench.
man. Yeah.
I mean, Dylan Wright has been a unsung find. Shout out to Leon Rose for finding him. His impact has been tremendous. When we made that trade deadline move, everybody was like, what is this? What are we doing with him? For what? And the only thing I saw was, okay, at least he can defend. Something we need right now. Fuck it. We'll see what we got.
Yeah.
And then when Brunson was hurt for that month, and Tibbs had no choice but to play these guys because of Brunson's absence, he outplayed Campaign, by a lot. Him and Kolick were our best point guards in that place of Brunson.
Yeah.
And we were having conversations about, hey, is Campaign even playable when Brunson gets back the way these guys have played? And then that's when Shamit started actually getting better game by game. Little bit of progress when Brunson did get hurt as he got healthier and comfortable. And now we need Shamit in the game, y'all. I would have never thought I'd say that.
It's crazy, yo. And you know what? Shout out for Brunson for starting the game. The game 6 with that tone that he set, like,
bro.
Oh man, yo, boy.
He definitely set the tone, yo. He definitely set the tone. Hit his first 3 or 4 shots, and I'll say this again, as we mentioned early in the show. I have to give Tibbs credit for that adjustment he made, running him off ball, keeping the low light on him from having to go from inbounding all the way to working hard, getting guarded and doubled with Naismith and Hemard, whatever. All of these guys, him working so hard. By the time he gets an option, the clock is run. He's either got to take the shot or give it to someone in an uncomfortable space. Shout out to Tiz on that adjustment. I hope he sticks with that. We know Carlisle's going to come with another wrinkle to adjust to that, so Tibbs has to be ready for the next one. But I gotta give Tibbs credit on that, and it worked tonight because Brunson was on one from the beginning to the end.
Straight off the bat,
straight off the bat. And let's give a shout out to the referees for actually calling it a decent game today. Like,
they was decent. I'll say they were better.
They improved a little bit,
but I'll say they were better. I mean, we should not have shot less free throws than Pacers. Because in my opinion, because we were the more aggressive team. We scored. Let me look at these stats real quick because I know we had more points in the paint than they did. So they don't even have rim protectors, so you can't tell me that they should be getting to the line more than us when we're the more aggressive team. So the Pacers shot 29 free throws. We shot 22. Okay, that should not be. I mean, I'll say this: points in the paint. We dominated 60-34. Yet we shoot less free throws. Not feeling it.
Yeah.
Not feeling that.
No,
okay,
but
like you said, it was better than what it's been. We'll say that.
Yeah, because for me, I want the cause that's obvious. I mean, there was a few calls that you can see that you like, yo, bro.
Keep it consistent.
What are y'all doing? Yeah, just be consistent, yo. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like when it's the marginal contact foul on us, especially when Cat is guarding, and then he goes down the court and he's getting knocked to the ground. No call. Hart is getting slapped in the face. No call. Or Brunson is getting to the rack. He gets a layup and he's getting knocked into the first row, and he's trying to get back up, and they're pushing the pace already down the court because they know Brunson laying there getting hacked. That shit is what gets me upset. You know what I mean?
But
just keep it
that
even.
shit gets me tight. But you know what you said? You said a few games ago when you called me, you was like, "Yo, can Tibbs get a technical foul? Like, we need him to be like, yo, I had enough of this bullshit.
I need him to do that."
It's just weird that certain players get calls and you're just sitting there like, "Yo, how is Brunson not getting these calls? And how is Cat not getting these calls?" And they're just as good as these other players that's getting these calls. So, like, bro, the league is on some other shit, but Game 6 Saturday, we on it, baby. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
Yeah, and I agree. Yeah, and I agree with you. I just want Tibbs early in the game, not late in the game or when in second.
Oh yeah,
do it early in the game. When you see Cat getting knocked to the ground and they running up and they acting like they, go yell at that ref and say, "Hey, give my fucking star respect, bro. Give him respect. He got fouled. Why is it you calling this, but you're not giving my just one time in the series? Can I get that? Just one time." That's all I'm asking. Do it early in the game because that seems to be a pattern right now, what they're doing to Cat. But Cat has been able to overcome it. He has dominated the pacing in this series. So hey, let's hope we get another one in game 6. Aboriginal Sports Network checks in. Knicks won game 6. Gonna be interesting. Yes, sir. Shout out to Pat. Shout out to everybody on the Aboriginal Sports Network. Anyone out there watching the channel, go subscribe to those guys. They do a phenomenal, great job over there with the content. They cover every sport that's going on in the world of sports right now. Go give them guys a sub. And yes, we won game 6, and it's going to be real interesting because, like I have said, all it takes is one game. One game like this, and all of a sudden, guess what? Ooh, that shoulder, damn. That shoulder getting more sore. Because the weight of the pressure is wearing down, baby. Because they don't want no parts of the Knicks in MSG Game 7. They don't want that.
They don't.
So they're going. So yes, they go home. But the Knicks have been one of the best road teams in the playoffs, y'all. For whatever reason it is, it's mind-boggling how we're better on the road than at Garden. But right now, this is a good time to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Heading to Game 6. So. Hey, they've already gotten a win out there. They can do it again. Oh, they can do it again. No doubt about it.
Right. That's a fact. And honestly, if you want to be real, the second game in Indiana was close too. So they ain't never really, like they've been lucky. So at the end of the day, let's go next. Game 6. Let's go, baby. Sir. I'm fucking hyped. I'm trying to keep my composure. I see my nigga T over here.
Listen, we out here.
Nigga George. Let's go.
Yeah, for sure. You already know. Listen, this is the space. We're gonna get it out tonight. We're gonna sleep well tonight. We're gonna get it out now because we got all that energy bottled in. Danny, of course, big time Knick fan. He got it out. Danny. Right, Danny?
Salute, Danny. Salute, Danny. Yes, salute to Danny.
Yes, sir. Baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Eric says Thundercat. Yes, sir. He was bringing the thunder tonight for sure. He was on one tonight, man. He had a great game tonight. Again, just chill with
Clifford is funny.
The stupid fouls. That's all.
Clifford is funny for that. He said we have to play Michael Vick. He's funny for that.
Cliff says game 6 will be a dog fight. We better bring. I don't even think we have to play Michael Vick. You're damn right.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Damn right. Yo. Punt that mutt. Whatever it takes.
It's a fact.
Oh, look who's here. He actually look at the nonsense. Congrats on your
championship.
My dude, Corey, stop the bullshit because your championship, you must have won a couple because you be celebrating like y'all pop Mo already in Brooklyn every time the Knicks lose a game. So get out of here with that nonsense, okay? Stop the bullshit. Your Nets are ass. I mean, I guess you want us to recap our 20 seconds of net talk. The Nets are ass. Who gives a fuck? Fuck all them picks. What else? You didn't win the lottery, and Antetokounmpo is not going to be a Brooklyn Net. Bye. Fuck out of here, bro.
Hey, yo, George, I gotta hop off, my brother. You heard, George?
What's up?
I gotta hop off, my brother.
All good, baby. Listen, shout out to Danny joining the show, man.
Appreciate you for having me on, bro.
My brother. Game 6, baby. Game 6.
Let's go, yes, sir. One game at a time. One game at a time, baby.
One game at a time, baby.
All right, fellas. Have a good night.
Salute, my brother.
You too, man.
Later, bro.
And this is going out to Marino too. Nigga was like, the Pacers. He's speaking French. He a Pacers fan now. So like, yo, this shit is disgusting. Get this man a motherfucking I don't even know what to say right now because I've been drinking. I'm just happy the next one, but yo, my man Marino, you a different breed, son. How you gonna say we like you a Pacers fan? I can't stand the haters.
Marino not even watch it, bro. He be ducking the smoke, bro. He be ducking the smoke. He don't want nothing to do with it. I guarantee you one thing. You know the time we might see him whenever the Knicks, if they get eliminated. That's the only time we'll ever see him even come in here. That's the only time. He don't want to talk ball. We know it. He just want to
Snoop.
troll. He don't got that. He can't hot box with God, man. You already know, man. He can't hang with the combos we have. What all of us have. T, forget it. T will eat him alive. Forget about it. Me, we already know what it is. You know what it is. He ain't baseball one. That's the one-on-one. You already know.
He's always 72 against everybody, man.
Ray will cook him too. Ray will cook him too.
Right.
Danny will cook him. Right. You will cook.
Right.
Like, he knows that. He just want to be that dude that want to be like, oh, yeah, I told you, yeah, as long as the Knicks didn't win the championship. But he going to ignore, the Brooklyn Nets are ass. They failed with their big three superstars. The Knicks have gotten farther than they've ever been. You know, that Nets did with their super team. They didn't win the lottery, and fuck them picks. They're going to hold on to those 8th graders. Maybe they're sending scouts to their prom next week, and maybe they'll feel a lot better. Okay? That's because I could care less about them fucking picks. All right?
Junior Academy.
What's that, T? I ain't hear you.
They're gonna go to they're gonna start. I said they're gonna start scouting out these junior high school.
Yeah, they're going to the 9th grade.
You get
yeah, we hear you now. Yeah, they're gonna send the scouts to the 9th grade prom and go scout them. Dude, like, who cares about those fucking picks? I don't give a shit. My team. The New York fucking Knicks are in the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't give a shit about those picks, bro. I don't even know if we're going to make it to 2026 and 7. Life ain't promised, bro. It ain't promised. I don't give a shit about those picks. I worry about the now and next year. That's it. And trust me, the Knicks are going to be contenders going forward. They're always going to be in the mix barring injury. So you better pray to the gods, Net fans, that we get injured for some crazy way. That's the only chance that those picks are even going to be a factor. They're not going to be lottery picks. They're not. Can you find reasonable role players in those slots? Yes, you can. Okay, but remember, if our team is in the final 4 of the playoffs, that pick is closer to the second round than it is to the middle or the fucking lottery.
The first round, yeah.
I don't give a shit. Give me that every time, y'all. Every time.
That's a fact.
Exactly. Those sides, Sean Marks, they have to pick the right player. So you can have those picks all you want, but it's all about picking the right player.
Picking the right player.
Pick the right player. Them picks.
Yeah.
You know, look how many picks we had.
Exactly.
Yes, that we had. You know, we had lottery picks. You know, look at Ronaldo Balkman. Look at Frank Nicotina, Mike Sweeney. God. Like, I could come on. Are you
Frank Miller killer?
Like, it's not guaranteed, especially the farther you get away from the lottery, the odds go we go. Yeah, even the lottery's not guaranteed. Now you're talking about picking later and later and later. In the 20s and late in the round, good luck finding a star with that because you're not going to attract no star. Oh, and Antetokounmpo is not coming to the Nets. Y'all need to stop thinking about that. I've been seeing a lot of Net fans online talking about that. If Antetokounmpo was to be stupid enough to go to Brooklyn to ride out there, good luck with that. For that, he stays in Milwaukee. What is he going out there for? They ain't going to win nothing. He might as well stay.
The only way. Sorry, my bad. It just keeps cutting in and out.
It's okay.
The only way I see him coming to the Nets, is if they get another player. Like if they
that's
get
what I'm saying.
Then maybe.
But
he's not going there alone.
But who wants to go there? I don't know. Who's going? Who wants to go out there that bad? Come on. You know damn well, y'all, that if there's a team in New York that they prefer to go to, it's the Knicks now. That shit is over. Durant and these guys, they ducked the smoke because they were soft. They were soft. They ducked the smoke. They didn't want the pressure. They didn't want that. They wanted to go to New York and hide. That's what they wanted. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to hide, go with the team that nobody gonna really pay much attention to. And when things didn't go their way, they were gonna leave. That was the plan all along. They gave it a couple of years and saw there was a shit show over there with the ownership and said, bye-bye, get me out of here. Send me to Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? Send me out of here. Kyrie was like, get me out of here. All of that. So at the end of the day, that would be to me Antetokounmpo. If he ain't like T said, if he ain't bringing a major star over there, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. It's a waste. Honestly, I actually think that he would fit better in San Antonio, but that's a story for another day. Or Houston.
If he go to if he goes to San Antonio, that's well. I don't know. I don't know if him and Wembanyama could be a great one too, because we don't know how it is, but it could be scary on paper.
It could.
But going back to what you were saying as far as Giannis going to Brooklyn. If your shit don't say New York on the chest,
yeah,
Brooklyn, y'all good. When I say Brooklyn, y'all New York, but y'all Brooklyn. Y'all not New York. Y'all not carrying the whole New York on your shoulders.
It's a borough,
You know
not a city, baby.
Right.
Sorry.
Not a city. So
New York got
that's
too
the
much
reason why
time here. Knicks got too much time.
That's the reason why KD and Kyrie went there, because they know it's a borough and not a whole fucking city. You know, at the end of the day. So fuck them niggas. Let's go Knicks. Let's get game 6, baby, yo. So oh my god, they played so fun. I can't even be mad at them today. They did everything good today, man. So
the defense was turned up. Cliff says Nets counted the prom. That's what. Yeah, Nets counted. PS 148 Queens Middle School.
Queens Middle School. Yeah, that's a fact.
That's what I'm saying, Cliff. They all. You know what it is, y'all? They got nothing left. And I said this on a previous show. They got nothing left. They got nothing left to hold on to. Everything that they wanted to happen this year did not happen. They wanted the Knicks to fall on their face. Didn't happen. They wanted the picks to be high-end picks for them from the Knicks. Didn't happen. They wanted the lottery. They wanted to win the lottery, at least be a top 3 pick. Didn't happen. Okay? So, everything is now, well, at least we got the picks. Yeah, the picks. Go, good luck with them 9th graders. Go scout prom. I don't give a shit. Talk to me in 3 years and let me know how that goes.
What you said, Bronny? Well, who's LeBron James' youngest son, Bronny? What's his name? Go ahead and scout that nigga, you stupid fools.
Right. Well, I mean, come on, man. I mean, like even Melo's son is in college, so they're not gonna get him either next year either. You know that. There's no chance that's happening. You know the NBA, no, we're not sending him there. No, we're not doing that. And Melo ain't having that. Melo gonna be behind them back channels. Like, don't be sending my son over there.
Send the bro, them bum ass motherfuckers.
We sending my son over there. No. Because we all know the fixed lottery. We already know what it is. So he gonna be having them conversations with Stern and all of them. I mean, not Stern, Silver, I should say.
Same nigga, man. Same nigga. It don't matter. Silver, Stern.
Yeah, real shit. Yes, the real shit. Yeah. The same
nigga. Yeah, same guy.
But yeah, Melo is behind the scenes. When that time comes, do not send my son to no Brooklyn. Get the fuck out of here. You already know.
Man,
especially if Giannis star ain't there.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I think somebody posted I don't know if it was you or T. Somebody posted the shit with what's his name? The Weinsdorf. Wines. The guy that always talks basketball. The white guy. Windhorst. And he was saying that the Knicks is a possibility.
Yeah.
Yes, that the Knicks is a possibility. The Boston Celtics is a possibility for Giannis. So it's just like at this point, we're worried about next year.
I think that's a pipe dream anyway. But
you know what I'm saying?
It's one of those things. The Knicks can't be counted out. You never know. But that's a pipe dream, in my opinion.
That's definitely a pipe dream.
And I said it too, by the way. And I'll conclude this Antetokounmpo talk right here. I said it on the last show as well and other shows. I said the only chance that to me that happens is if 2 things happen. Number 1, Giannis goes nuclear and says, send me there. I don't want to go nowhere else. Do not send me nowhere else. I want the Knicks. Send me there. Work it out. I don't give a shit. Don't send me anywhere else. Or 2, Adam Silver and the crooked NBA do a little deal in the middle of the night like they did with Luka. That's it. That little shady shit. That's the only way that's gonna happen. That's the only chance, bro. Okay, because the Knicks don't have the assets and other teams will have to give them a package of what they could get in terms of value for him. So the only chance is if the NBA does some fucking funny style shit. And you know that's never happening because they don't help the Knicks for shit. So that's not happening. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, it would take a side eye, grimy, low key, just bullshit ass deal in the middle of the night, West Coast time, for that deal like that to go on. That's the only.
Yeah,
it's a fact, bro.
That shit was insane, man. For Luka to go to the Lakers with no other
Rookie
team
NBA,
interested.
Bro.
That shit
because
was insane,
God forbid
bro,
the Lakers
man.
God forbid if the Lakers ever have a couple years of a struggle, because we can't have that. It's the Lakers. We have to give them a star. We have to, no matter what it takes. So yeah, Dallas, don't worry. I know you don't feel comfortable giving them away for just this, but don't worry. That 0.1% chance of a lottery win,
we got y'all. Yeah,
don't worry.
Yeah, man.
Fuck out of here with that shit. We know what it was, man.
That shit was insane, bro, man.
Look at this clip comment.
Yeah,
Nets got a better chance at getting Dan asses. Actually, his brother.
That's funny, yo. That was funny.
Clip says, few questions. Mitch might be able to only play 20 minutes, no stamina. Should we see more Precious? How do we get Deuce to get hot again with shooting? As far as Deuce goes, I don't think Deuce took too many shots because I don't think he played a lot of minutes tonight. I think, let me check how many minutes Deuce. I didn't really think he had a lot of minutes tonight. He had 18 minutes, so that's not bad. He took only 4 shots, so he just got to get more aggressive, maybe. But it seemed like he was really focused on defense. He had a couple of buckets when Brunson was getting his rest minutes and Towns was in foul trouble. So he had a couple of key buckets there. But listen, Tibbs did bring in Precious, and it was a good thing to do that because for the first time in the series, we saw Carlisle go to the half pitch. When Towns got in foul trouble to try to cut that deficit down with free throws and possessions. So at least he countered it. He was ready for it, and he went to it. And Precious, listen, he made a little impact when he was in the game. He wasn't bad, okay? And a guy that's that rusty not playing, you got to give him credit on that.
You got to go. No, you know what? Carlisle went to Hackett-Mitch, but he went to Hackett-Mitch. He was smart when he first did the Hackett-Mitch. I think it was game 1 or game 2. I can't remember either way. He did Hackett-Mitch early tonight. So bringing in Precious was it was kind of smart, but at the same time, I think that they need to do a little more how do you say it screens and pick and rolls, not pick and rolls for McBride. I think they need to do more off ball shits for him, like to get him
loose, right?
Yeah, get him loose to get those set shots or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, just win game 6, baby.
I like to see, I like to see that too with Hart in the game with him because Hart can facilitate better.
Right.
So to get Deuce off like that. So that's a good idea. What do you think about Alex's idea there, T? I like that one.
But playing Deuce more off the ball. Yeah. I mean, I think I mean you have seen that. You have seen that. So because you already know like he's not he's not a facilitator. We already know he's not a facilitator like that. But when you they did have that when you had DeLon Wright bring up the ball. So like you said, we see more of that. That'll take the pressure off of him. That way, he doesn't have to worry about distributing the basketball because you already know he's not the type of player. He's not like a point like that. He's not like a Tyler. Tyler. So
I like to see Josh Hart be a facilitator and help him get off like that. Pause.
So off ball movement, like you said, for him, and then I think he'd be fine. And then that defense, man, when you have him, it seems like they're playing motivated, and they're playing hungry.
Yes.
And you got Shannon,
Delon Wright, Shannon, and Deuce.
And Deuce, and when you have that along that,
you know what I'm about to say. You know what I'm about to say. Like why did it take him? Why did it take him so long to bring these guys in, bro? Like, I don't care. Listen, for me, listen, anybody could say, yo, the rotation shortens up in in the playoffs and all that. At the same time, you still need your starters to be kind of rested so they could do what they need to do in the fourth quarter. You have to bring these fucking these bench guys in to at least foul or smoke. Yo, son, I don't give a fuck. Bring PJ Tucker in to smoke Tyler Halliburton real quick. Get this nigga hurt real quick. I don't wish injuries on anybody. But what I'm saying is, like, yo, bring these guys in to do some type of fucking militant shit, yo.
Need some
like,
physicality, right?
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, yo, you do not, because I'm sick and tired of seeing Cat going to the bench with 5 fouls. Brunson going to the bench with 5 fouls. This is like, these niggas are out. The referees are out for blood against the Knicks when it comes to these fouls. So you gotta be fucking smart, son. Bring these niggas in. Let those guys get the fouls or whatever. And
right.
You know what I'm trying to say, man. At the
I do.
line,
I get it. They bring physicality. They bring another. Say that one more time, T.
No, I'm saying it's always the same when it comes to plays that doesn't get enough playing time. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And
that's a
that's what
that's a fact.
That's
a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. That is a fact.
Like, he made an immediate impact. So it's only up from here because there's no excuse. So as soon as they step into the game, and that's like the Knicks' problem all season is like, okay, when Brunson goes to the bench, Brunson goes to the bench. What is our bench players going to do? Are they going to
look like?
Yeah. Are they going to what they're going to look like? When Brunson is on the bench, and are they able, to hold the lead that we have, or even take the lead? And as you see, look what they did tonight, and look what they did. What was it? Game 3, right?
Game 3.
Game 3. Yeah. Look what they did. Yeah. Yep. So hopefully this will continue, and it will carry over into the next round.
And that's
for the next round. I'm not even thinking about
that. That's right.
I like that. I like how you said that. Next round. I like that. I
know. Like, honestly, we make it to the next round, you're gonna need that because Thunder plays 8, 9. I mean, they play close to 9, 10 deep.
They do.
You get what I'm saying? So they do. So
their defense
and they play.
It's crazy. Their defense. They're so in sync with everybody. Like, you see how the Knicks have breakdowns on defense because they don't talk and they out of position, or they do a switch because they're not talking or communicating. So then the Thunder never do that. They know exactly where they're supposed to be at all times. They clog passing lanes, their athleticism, the length. They're going to be a problem, whoever plays them in the finals. No doubt.
Bottom line,
yeah, that's a fact. But hey, speaking of the defense, we got to talk about this. The Knicks were the first team, the first team in the playoffs to hold the Pacers under 100 points in the postseason.
Wow.
Okay, that's how good this defense was tonight, man. And that's what you want. That's what you want, y'all. That's what you want. You want the Knicks to make it difficult on the Pacers. They have been too many games in this series where the Pacers have been way too comfortable getting the shots that they want. And tonight, I thought the Knicks did this in the second half of Game 3, but this was the first game, I thought, in this series that they did it for 4 quarters. They were they went up in them in their face, pause. They was all over them every time, fighting screens. You saw what Shaman was doing. All these guys, Dylan Wright, all these guys quietly. Brunson was even a little more, a little more challenging out there and attacking a little more defensively. He was, for what he gives. We all know he's not great defensively, but he was more willing and more conscious of the foul stuff tonight, and he was in good positions a couple of times. Had a couple of strips, caused a forced turnover once. Hey, Bridges was on point with the defense. He fought a lot of screens tonight. He didn't shoot. Him and OG didn't shoot great tonight, but they were locked in defensively. They were locked in defensively. And that's what you want, y'all. That's what you want. Because when the Knicks, because we know the Knicks can score. In this series especially, we know the Knicks can score. It's the defense. And when they put it both together, y'all, it's goosebumps, y'all. It's goosebumps.
Definitely
every time,
goosebumps.
y'all.
I mean,
yeah. Let's talk about this Albie Shore looking motherfucker. How much he had today?
Go ahead,
How much
T.
he had
Finish
today?
the point. Let T finish his point. Go ahead, T.
Sorry, T.
All good.
No, you good. Go ahead. You good. Out. Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, how much
yeah.
the Albie Shore nigga had today? How much Hallenberg had today, man? Like he was.
Al, I gotta talk about that pencil neck fucking geek. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. First of all, the Knicks held the pace. I'll be sure. Pencil neck geek. Yeah. Fucking guy. I can't stand that toothpaste.
Right.
The guy thinks he's so great. He has a great game every now and then, but he is not consistent enough for me. And tonight was a pinpoint part of that. The Knicks held the Pacers, first of all, to 40% shooting overall. And the key stat, only 16 fast break points tonight. They actually only outscored the Knicks fast break points by 1 point. The Knicks had 15. So the Knicks did a great job with transition defense and on-ball defense. And, of course, the turning point of the game, y'all, the Knicks put the clamps on pencil neck. 8 points, 6 assists on only 2 for 7 shooting. And they also held Siakam to only 15 points on 5 of 13.
Yes.
So they took their 2 best players who, let's be honest, they have been a big part of why they are up in this series at the moment. But tonight, no, not tonight, y'all. Not tonight. They put the clamps on these motherfuckers. And that's what you want to see going forward. The Knicks have showed now that they have found a solution. Challenge Halliburton. Make him work, man. Make him work. How about you press, just like they do to Brunson when he gets the ball inbound? Do the same to him.
Right.
Do the same to him. Make him work on the support, man.
Right.
Make him work.
Yeah, make him work. Half court. Make him work for this. But they got it like you did. Like, definitely fought over those screens. They definitely fought over those screens today.
Yeah.
And they played good one-on-one defense. They played good. Even the help defense was good, man. I mean, all across the board. I mean, even Mitch. I remember on one possession where Mitch forced the turnover on on Miles Turner.
Yep, that was tremendous.
Yeah.
That was tremendous.
And he was just pressure. I think he was like on the sideline and he just put his hands up, and then next he hit the ball, and then the ball hit off his leg, and then it went out of bounds, and it's all ball. So
for sure,
Mitch is he's the anchor of the defense. So I'm glad that he's starting to get his burn. So we're looking good, fellas, man. We're looking real good, man.
And going back to Mitch, as much as he used to piss me off, he's been coming. He's been on his shit in the playoffs. So I can't even be mad at the guy. Like
I'm not mad at him. I mean, I just want to make a fucking free throw, but
of course,
that's the only thing that I have. Yeah, but defensively and rebounding, he's been a beast, bro.
He's been a beast. Yeah, can't even deny it, man. I can't deny it. I can't. I would sit here and say I'm wrong about the guy. He's balling, man. He's balling, and we need him. We actually need him. So
I'll go as far as he's giving us what we need in the playoffs. Now I need to see him be healthy for a season and work on his offensive game and not complain in the offseason to the social media how he don't get the ball. I don't need to see that no more. When he stops doing those things, then okay. But and of course, the big thing is health. That's the biggest thing with him. He's just never healthy. And the Knicks have done a tremendous job this season. As frustrating as it was, they got him to the playoffs healthy. That was the whole thing. They could have traded him at the deadline, but teams were not going to bite on what they knew his value was. So they said, you know what, we might as well just hold on to him and see if we can use him later. And it was a gamble that worked. So you got to give Leon Rose credit for that. So, he's playing well. And as I said many times during this playoff run, going back to the Detroit series, the Knicks had success with the double big lineup, Tibbs has to use it more in games.
Okay, yeah.
And finally, now he has done that. And hey, it's a big reason why we got these 2 wins in this series right now. Okay,
Right.
It's a big reason that it's worked. It's taken, it's helped the defense, it's helped the rebounding, and it's a match. It matches up to the point where Carlisle's like, hey, he comes up now with schemes where he don't even look for Turner to score anymore. He just wants to concentrate on Turner getting him out of the way on rebounding. Do you see that, T? How he be having Turner face guard him to the point where Turner's not even trying to get the rebound. His whole fucking job is to make sure Mitch don't get it.
Yeah.
That's how much of a factor Mitch has been in this series.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Man.
Yeah, so, hey, man.
Game 6, baby.
Yeah. So before we wrap up the show tonight, I'm going to throw this stat one more time for 2 reasons. Number one, Alex probably didn't see it because he came on a little late with us. And I want everybody out there to realize this, that try to criticize these 2 guys, even though they have gotten us to the Eastern Conference Finals. Okay. Yeah. There are some criticism that are warranted, and there's just some that are just over the top. Okay. Let's focus on this stat again before everyone goes to sleep tonight and wants to analyze and nitpick shit when things don't go well. Brunson and Towns are the first teammates to score 20-plus points in the first 5 conference finals games since Kobe and Shaq in 2002.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Kobe and Shaq, y'all. Okay?
Beautiful.
Now, we're not here. I'm not here, and no one here on this panel is here to say that they're better than our tandem or the equal of that tandem, because those are 2 Hall of Fame all-time great players. But it just goes to show you how hard it is to have this kind of a tandem production in the playoffs, especially at this late in the game in the playoffs when you're in the Final Four. And we got 2 guys putting up those numbers, all right? Chill out with what they don't do great. How about we focus on what they do great? Okay, yeah. Especially Tibbs. Let's focus on that. Towns has been unguardable. He is the biggest factor in this fucking series, okay? And if it wasn't for the stupid choke in game 1 at the free throw line, we would be up 3-2 right now, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so, hey, but we're not. We're down 3-2, and, baby, we are coming back for game 7. Yeah. You heard it on this first. You heard it from T. You heard it from me. You heard it from Al. We coming back for game 7. We coming back.
Let's go.
Check what happens if we don't win on Saturday. We coming back. That's what I believe. And that's what I say. That's a fact, y'all.
I might watch game 7 out in Vegas. Yeah, I might watch game 7 at the Spin in Vegas.
You going to Vegas?
Yeah, I'm going to Vegas.
He's going out to Vegas tomorrow. He's flying out.
Safe travels and enjoy, yo.
Yeah, you already know. Good looking. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
But I might watch that shit.
T already said he rocking that Knicks jersey out there, and for every game. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
It's crazy. But going back to your 20 point, tandem. It's crazy. We had Steph and Durant. We had LeBron and Kyrie, right? You had these tandems, and this is the first tandem to score whatever the first 5. This is crazy, son. Since Kobe and Shaq.
It really puts things in perspective.
Man. Kyrie conference finals.
Huh?
They didn't even make it to the conference finals. This is for the conference finals. So
he talking about Steph and Durant. Steph
and Durant.
Curry.
Oh, Steph.
Curry and Durant.
Okay, wow.
That's crazy. That's crazy for them 2 to be together. That's crazy. That's crazy. And then we got 2 of this is Shaq and Kobe. Do you know how dominant they were?
Yes.
That's insane, man.
Yes.
That's insane,
and again, we're not saying they're on the level of the greatness of those caliber players. They are all-time great players, but it just goes to put things in perspective of what these men are doing out here and how everybody just wants to comfort them and say this and that when they lose sight of what they're doing well. You know what I mean? That's what I don't like. Hey, Analyze everything. We analyze everything with fans. We always break everything down. Everything is fair game. But let's not overlook about what they do well and where we're at today. We are not here without those two guys. Bottom line.
Yeah, bottom line.
Bottom line. Okay. So, hey, shout out to Brunson and Cat with a big performance tonight. Shout out to the Knicks. The next game will be Saturday night at Indiana.
That's right.
And the pressure is on those
Indiana. That's right.
Okay, Mr. Halliburton, that pencil neck geek. Let's see now what you do with the pressures on, because you didn't look good with pressure tonight. I'll tell you that shit.
Right. That's right.
I'll tell you that shit. It was clamps. It was clamps tonight. Okay, it was clamps. So let's see now when that pressure's on. Okay, because another thing is, it looked like he didn't want the smoke. After he saw Cal and OG and all these guys, the way they gave him that attention, it kind of looked like he was like, I don't know, guys. I don't know, guys. It's a little different than that. I don't know. We can, I don't know. It's just not my night tonight, guys. Hey, I'll tell you what. Just go in your spots and I'll try to get you the ball. Yeah. What happened to all of that swagger that we saw? Yeah. You know what I mean, Tim? I mean, am I crazy? Hey, what happened to all that swagger when they took the leg band off his pops and let him come to the game? He showed his ass that night, didn't he? Oh, he showed his ass doing this shit, doing the Brunson shit. Yeah. What happened tonight? What happened tonight in a closeout game? That's when you're supposed to be your star player. That's when you're supposed to do it. You didn't lead. You got clamped up. So now we're gonna see when the pressure's on. They got to think about it on the plane ride home. They got to hear about it tomorrow, about how, guys, you don't want to go back to game 7 at the Garden. You don't want that, guys. You got to do it tonight, guys. You got to do it tomorrow. You got to close them in 6. You don't want that. They got to hear that now. And the Knicks, they go in, they're comfortable on the road. Again, best road record in the playoffs, 6-2 on the road, 6-2, and they have a win in Indiana already. So it's not impossible for them if they play the game that they're capable of, just like tonight or any other time, and get a dub and bring this back. And I think they're going to do it.
Do it. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, man. So that's going to wrap up the show tonight. That's going to wrap it up. Thanks for Danny joining me. Thanks to my guy Al for joining me. Of course, thanks to T, always showing love, coming through. Appreciate you guys coming on the show, and everyone out there in the chat and checking out the show. Shout out to you. Shout out to Knicks Nation. Hey, for the newcomers, I just ask one thing. Smash that subscribe button to Born for Sports, because I talk all sports. As you can see, big time Knicks fan. Knicks in 7, baby. We saying it tonight. Knicks in 7. Big win tonight. Just wait on it, all right?
Let's go.
Yeah. I talk New York Giants football. OTAs going on. Defense. Those pieces is coming together. You're going to see some content real soon from yours truly. Real soon. I talk New York Mets baseball. Hey, Mets are having a good record. It'd be nice if Juan Soto get going, which he will soon. Calm down, y'all. He'll be fine. He'll be just fine. He's figuring it out. Hey, Mets baseball looking good. Hey, they were ahead of the pace last year, y'all. Keep that in mind before y'all criticize. I talk New York Yankees baseball. I talk about the Nets. I talk about the Jets. I talk about whatever you want to talk about in the world of sports, especially New York sports. Any last words before we head out, gentlemen?
Knicks in 7.
I was waiting for it. Come on, don't leave me hanging now. Come on now.
Let's go, Nick. So I got. Oh, and I want to tell this shit to the Net fans and all that y'all looking, y'all want us to y'all praying on our downfall. Keep praying, because I tell you, we win game 6 is over. Y'all niggas gonna be mad at us, boy.
We already won, bro. We already won. I don't. That's
a fact. You right.
We just giving them a little love because we kind of feel bad. They're like the stepchild that always tugs on your shorts looking for attention when you're on the phone talking to somebody. You know what I mean? Like one of those. We just doing them a favor. We already won. But hey, listen, shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to Knicks Nation. Like and subscribe to Born for Sports. Let's go, Knicks. Knicks in 7.
7. Let's go, y'all.